I am reading through the book of Jeremiah. I may have mentioned that in a video in the past, but I'm currently reading through the book of Jeremiah. Yesterday, I went through the 22nd chapter. It says a lot. It says a lot about leadership, specifically Jeremiah 22, verses 15 through 17. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ed Trevors. I'm an Anglican priest in the Diocese of Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. I get to serve in the beautiful, wonderful town of Shelburne, Nova Scotia, in the awesome parish of Christ Church, Shelburne, that sits on the ancestral and the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. And today, I want to talk a little bit about leadership. Now, as you know, there have been hundreds of thousands of books written in the English language alone that speak to the characteristics of what it takes to be a good leader. I'm not going to try to tell you everything that's in those books because I haven't read all those books. I'm not going to try to tell you what's in one of those books because I probably haven't read enough. But I want to tell you what Jeremiah 22 says about leadership. Now understand, Jeremiah was written at a time when God was desperately trying to tell his people to knock it off. That the leadership of his people were taking advantage of his people. And what he says in this one moment, he says, and I'm paraphrasing, so Jeremiah 22, 15 through 17, I'm paraphrasing, but what he says is, does getting richer and richer make you a king? Is that what makes you a king? Because your father did what was good and right. He took care of the poor and the weak and those in need. And that made me happy. But your eyes are greedy. You're continuously looking for more and more and more. Your father had enough, didn't he? But you keep looking for more and more and more. And I'm tired of you taking from people that have nothing left to give. This reflection today isn't a warning to our politicians. It isn't a warning to the people that are in authority. It isn't a warning to those that stand up and lead others. It's an instruction to those of you that are going to be called forward to be leaders. If those other people get something out of it, awesome. But our world right now needs leaders. We need people to stand up and be willing to put themselves in harm's way to guide and direct others to do the work that needs to be done. And you need to know that as a future leader, it is not your job, it is not the role of a leader to get rich from the people they are supposed to be leading. It is your job to ensure that the people you lead have everything that they need. It's your job to make sure that the people that you lead, it is your job to make sure that the people you lead are looked after. That they have enough to eat. That they have a safe place to sleep. That they have a roof over their head. That they don't find themselves freezing to death in the winter. They have access. They have access to everything they need to live a healthy life. That is your job as a leader. Now, through all that, whatever goals are set before you, you'll achieve them. But this is the foundation of what it means to be a good leader. To look after the people that have been entrusted to your care. If you find yourself getting rich from those people, you've taken a wrong turn somewhere. If you find that you are living better than they are, then you have taken a wrong turn somewhere. If you find that you are asking them to sacrifice more than you are willing to sacrifice, then you have absolutely taken a wrong turn somewhere. It's not leadership. It's being a boss. That's an entitled position. That's the position of a master. That's the position of someone who owns another. And actually, you know what? I said this wasn't going to be a warning for the leaders of our communities, for the leaders of our provinces, our countries. I take it back. This is a warning. You guys have to knock this off. There is no reason why people in power should have so much more than the people they have power over. The people who run our governments, the people who run our communities should not have so much more power than the people that they are supposed to be looking after. Now, I'm not saying that God's going to come back like he says, like he did in the time of Jeremiah and smite someone. But I am going to say this. If you're a politician who gets rich off their constituents, if you're a politician that takes from the stature of your office and enriches themselves, you're going to be known as a crook. You're going to be known as a thief. And if you continue to do it with other politicians that are doing the same thing, then the word politician is going to become synonymous with crook and thief. If you are currently holding a position of power right now, we do not need you to get rich ruling over us. It is the last thing we need. What we need is for you to look after us. We need you to lead us. We need you to direct us into a better future. We need you to be willing to sacrifice as an example so that we can learn what that means. Sometimes I just can't help myself but rant. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you. May you know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And may you, whether you are called to leadership, whether you are in a position of leadership, or where you are discerning a call to leadership, I pray that you lead justly, sacrificially, lovingly, and compassionately. Amen.